that you enjoy your day very much. This was an interesting week in the Schmoedown. We are Schmoedown after show based in Europe and South Africa to make it interesting. And we talk every week, everything Schmoedown. And this week, a lot of stuff happened. We normally start with the big PPV, so we're going to do it as well today. And so we will talk spoilers, a lot of spoilers. And the two matches were Videodrew versus Marisol McKee and Alex Damon versus Mike Kalinowski for the IG #1 contender. And I really liked both of these matches. Matt, I know you have a lot to say about Mike, but please let's start with Marisol and Videodrew. What did you think?
Well, it was a really good match. I was really sad for Videodrew, to be honest.
Yes.
It happens. What happens to her, it happens. It happened to Bibiani. It happened to Brother Lomis that you miss all the questions in your third round. She needs just a little more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she didn't miss all of them, did she?
Yeah.
I think she answered one.
She hit her 5.
Yeah,
Oh, she hit
she
the
hit
five,
her
yeah.
5, and that's the
So,
important one. She
yeah, she hit
avoided
the hardest
TKO.
one.
So
Yeah,
yes,
she hit the hardest one. Yeah, and but next year, I think that next year, if you are watching as a manager what she's doing, because every season she's better and better. She's one of those players who could be even a free agency signing, or you can even just pick her in the first round right away.
Yeah.
That's a Videodrew for me right now, because I'm sure that sorry Videodrew, if Dungeon wins the faction war, Dungeon probably won't be keeping Videodrew from all the
No.
players Dungeon has now. So
it's hard. Yeah, sorry, go on.
I think that she's awesome, and I was really sad for her. But Marisol did awesome as
She
well,
was
and
amazing.
Yes.
she was really good and showed why she was the, let's say, the most sought after player in the draft, as people said, because everyone expected her to be in the draft. But she was the free signing, and yeah. And to be honest, after I saw this and stuff like that, I still don't know who won. Still don't know who won the trade. Hi, Thomas.
Hello, Thomas.
So I still want. I'm not able to say who won the trade between Kate and Shannon, because we still didn't see Alonso play, and Riley did pretty good in his
For sure.
in his match against Bateman, and Saul, who she picked as the one of the picks with Shannon's pick, did amazing, and I think he can be a contender. So I don't know yet, but Marisol proved that she probably could hang with the best players in this league with this match as ships played.
Yep.
Okay, so
I agree.
the trade for me, they just both won, and all of the other managers lost because they didn't do this trade with Shannon. They both won. And it's good. Like there's 6 other managers, so it doesn't matter that they helped each other, because they both gained from it. And I think Kate was able to do her whole draft this way. Maybe she wouldn't pick Harper in the first round if she didn't have all of the other picks. So I take it as her whole team, and I think she's doing pretty well. And Shannon keeping Marisol, of course, and most of her team is also a win. So I think they both won. I wouldn't know how to declare a winner from these two, from the draft. I'm also very happy for Marisol and Videodrew both. I think, like, I really loved Videodrew did a suggestion yesterday on Twitter that if she has another perfect round, can we call it a Drewberry, not a Dewberry. I love it. Yes, I think if two competitors now will have a perfect round, I will call it a double Drewberry. I think she deserves it.
Yep.
Two of her last 3 matches, perfect round ones. I think you can see her progress. Like it's obvious. It's obvious she's getting better every year after year, and how hard she studies. And I think she's one of the most improved players we have. On top of it, her character and everything she does, like she's hilarious. She's so quick with the puns, with the jokes. She's so great on the mic. Like nothing breaks her character. I don't understand. Everyone breaks, not Video Drew.
President, not commissioner.
Yes. No, for commissioner.
No, you're
she
right.
was
You're
mad
right.
at
You're
him.
right.
Yeah. You're
You're right.
probably right, Thomas. and Marisol, I'm glad she won. I'm glad she proved again. I don't think she has anything left to prove. But if people still need it, okay, she's going to keep proving it. She's amazing. She's a star. She's one of the best now. And I think she will prove this in teams, in singles, and she's just great. So this was an amazing match. And I loved both of them. So I'm very happy about it. We will talk about the other stuff, like with discontinuing to Janine.
I have some hot takes on that, but I'll wait for when we talk about it. So,
yeah, we will have the whole discussion about the path to the belt. What
at the
Jay
end
announced.
of the show.
Yeah, at the end of the show. But Ben, I know you are a fan of both of them. How did you feel about this match?
As a fan of both of them, I really enjoyed the match. I at one point thought, "Oh damn, Video Drew's going to ruin my perfect week." But Marisol came through in the end. But yeah, Video Drew went perfect first round, as everybody said. Awesome second round, just went down one. And then just whiffed on the 2 and the 3, but everyone does that from time to time. Even Bateman has done that. Dan has done that. So she shouldn't be too hard on herself, I think. Marisol, though, and the character work from both was
that promo with the creepy music
perfect.
And Marisol being on the couch with the cover of her eyes. Also, Kaiser doing it with the little scarf. That promo, and also Alexis and Kalinowski, because there's so much history. Like this pay-per-view, I was like, Nerd Chronic, you dog, you keep doing it. This is what was one of the best, I think, we saw, because there's so much character and so much tension. So it was amazing. Yeah, I agree. The characters made it special. Okay, so
you're probably right, Thomas, but we'll get to that when we talk about
we won't get to that get to the predictions yet. We will get to that when the match happens, but we will get to what we think about the path and so on. I think we have some opinions here, so we will hear them all. And if you're guys okay with it, I would move on to the second match. And that's Alex Damon versus Mike Kalinowski. Boy, was this a match. I was scared for a while for Alex after the first round, but he came back. I think he showed that he can hang even with the best in IG. And I don't know. I just I doubted Kalinowski a little bit, but now I'm mad at myself because I'm like, you doubt himself every time, like all of the other people, and every time you're wrong. So he proved me again that this is his division, and he came to play. And even though I'm a firm believer in Maracanopic, I believe there is a situation where we can get it, where we can get to that belt. So let's start with Ben to change it.
Matt, do you mind if I take this? Because I know you're going to talk for a while on this one.
Yeah.
We're just going to leave when he talks.
I'm going to say that, Alex played really, really well. I think given it another few more rounds, he could be a belt contender. I think he could do well. Then that second round was awesome. He didn't land on a Star Wars. He didn't land on any of that stuff, and he still did well. And even though Mike gave him a bit of a rub to say, yeah, you got a Star Wars question. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get a question about
He has to do
animated
that.
stuff. Didn't he spin? Oh no, it wasn't him that spun Opponent's Choice. It was Mike. Hey, yeah, he spun animated. Okay, yeah. I mean, he did
But
well.
also,
He
we
did well.
didn't know
So,
he's good at animated. But I
No.
think like being good at Who Said It is maybe an even bigger achievement. That's crazy. Like,
and I
yeah.
think Matt is going to talk about that right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's going to happen. It's going to
I'll
happen.
I'll just say this. I have to say this. So I have a little rant here. The same as when Kate didn't become a manager of the week, then Teresa had a little rant. Now I have it. How the hell Mike is not the player of the week? He got opponent's choice. He got the worst category in inner geekdom, and Smet said it's the hardest category in inner geekdom, and that's saying a lot. And he got all the questions correct. He only missed one steal. He was perfect the whole game in the number one contender match on opponent's choice, and people don't give him respect and player of the week that he's in. You cannot give me the argument that he didn't have the worst pet and he did the best of all the players, because he was
Yeah.
also alone and couldn't lean on anyone. He must get to it all on his own. So he's awesome, and as he said, I'm not gonna be a sheep anymore. I don't think that's just a possibility he could win. I think there is a 50-50 chance now, because that he can beat Mara, because he is that good. He did beat Rachel twice, and people most of the time considered her or Mike the best in inner geekdom of all time. And I really don't understand why people don't give him respect, because he not only that he's an A++ tier inner geekdom player, but he's also man.
Guys, do you mind someone turning the sound down?
Sorry,
Someone is getting all of the messages.
It's me.
Yeah,
It's me.
sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay. You know, just
So I
a
don't.
little bit.
I would do it just to finish my argument. And he also do the character. He did the character in his last question, and it's awesome. And that's it. I will mute myself now.
Yeah, you don't have to mute myself. Just mute yourself. Just mute your phone. It's okay. Just mute the phone.
I just wanted to wait for Matt to finish his rant, but yeah, yes, you are right. But he did have some of his strengths, because they have to put some. There were two of his choices on the wheel, so.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to contradict Matt. I think Kalinowski is amazing, and he's one of the best in Geekdom players. I just think Mara Kanopik is also a two-time champion. You know, it's just they have like mostly the same accomplishments, and she did it this year. This year. I know he hadn't had his opportunity yet, but for me, the way she played against Chandru counts as a lot. But I understand. I think he's right. It's not 50-50 for me, but it's very close. I'm going to just fess up. I picked Liz Shannon Miller in the Player of the Week, and there's a few arguments for me there, because I don't know. I think their match was the hardest. Like, she had the most. Their opponent was like, they were the closest in the knowledge and in everything, and she was able to just assert herself in their team perfectly, like get to that and just do that magical pull and everything. So it was really special for me what she did this week and who she beat and how close that match was, that I picked her. But I understand the point for Mike completely. Like, yes, sure. Like I say, it's always subjective. So with these polls, but sometimes they don't make sense at all, and then I'm pissed. But I don't care really anymore.
Yeah, I agree, Thomas. I fully agree. But look, personally, I think I would have it be a race between Mike and Liz. I don't think JTE deserves to be there. I know he went perfect in the first round, and I know he did well in the second round, but he spun his strength. He basically got spinner's choice, and nobody knew that Liz was good with dance. Not a partner, not a manager, no one. And yet she went there. She crushed it. She she even challenged Ethan Irwin, who no one else but Liz would challenge and say, "Hang on, I think you're wrong. It's this such and such." I forget the guy's name, but I mean, she challenged him and got it right. No one else, I think, in that he's been teamed with would have done that.
Yeah, it was a very special moment. It just like the whole conversation and us being able to hear it, because we wouldn't if it happened in a studio, and we would just be like, oh, they just discussed it really hard. We don't even know if they really discussed it or talked about the weather. You never know. Some uh like Bateman and Guy,
Liz
most of the
wouldn't.
times I think would talk just
Yeah,
about random stuff.
Liz wouldn't be. She was impressive either way, but she wouldn't be that impressive. It was if it was just a studio match.
Yes.
And I really hope that Christian will see that. Also, I know that he hates team format in
Mm.
digital stuff, but it has some stuff that is for us as a watchers better, because I like to hear coach process of players and see who actually carried the team, because I know that in the Patriots era people always said that Jeff was only one who was always carrying that team, and I don't think so. I think that there was a point that when JT really knew those answers more than Jeff, and I think that also Matt Nost knew a couple of questions that Roca didn't when he was in the top 10. And I really
Yeah,
like
it's just how it works in teams. It's
yeah,
like that way always.
I
Like you
really
never
like,
know.
yeah, but people always said that Roca is always carrying Matt. I know that Roca was better than Matt, for example, but I'm sure that Matt did pull his weight sometimes.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
like Ben is marginable better player than Rachel
Yeah,
Silverstone, and I think she carried them multiple like second rounds. It like I think everyone has different knowledge. It's always
of
depends.
course.
I think Matt Knows was very knowledgeable. I just think like this week I even understand the argument for JT. I think I had trouble deciding this week. Just what I saw Liz do was special to me, so I picked because of that. But let's get to the first match of the week. This is the end for now of the spoil talk, and the first match of the week is Brendan Hanna versus Robert Parker, and we saw another
Oh,
two
wow.
perfect rounds. One was like perfect, but wasn't, you know. But I loved Roxy's managing in this match. I think she
Kaiser also. I think that
yes,
Kaiser is
yes, yes.
also
But
underrated in
she
his
was the more
managing.
visible one. Like he
Yeah.
yes, both of them very good managing in this match. I think Hannah just like the Star Wars questions were tough, guys. Like he really I think will peak this year. It just didn't happen. And Robert is such a
Yeah.
like a wall. And what do you do? Like but I think like in tournament where he has multiple people to beat and then like has more momentum and everything, I think he's going to prove like I don't know if he's going to win a belt this year, probably not, but I think he's going to prove like he's one of the upper echelon players. It's just tough luck, like in all of the other
Yeah.
matches always. But Ben, what did you think?
So Matt said something interesting to me the night after that match, and he said um, he thinks that Kaiser did a better job because he told him not to challenge, uh, which can sometimes be a better sign of a good manager. Which is true. Knowing when and when not to challenge is the point of having a manager. And I like that we got to see that interaction between Parker and Kaiser. I like that Kaiser spoke his mind and said, yes, listen, we can challenge, but it might be a waste, so let's keep it. That was very interesting to me. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's a 500 player now, so.
Dude, you just learned that term and now you're using it like a pro. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, Leo, I just think he's a better player than we saw in these last two matches. I just think so. And I don't think like these categories that were added are that much of a, not a good thing for him. I think he is like he did show promise in singles and teams. So I don't think he's one of those that it will make especially hard for. I just think, and I think Roxy is the perfect manager for him. You can see they work really well together, and you can see that like they study together. And so I think he's going to get there. Maybe not this year, but like Video Drew, if he keeps studying, and he does study, we know that. If he keeps studying, if he keeps working on it, it's going to happen one day. And I think those two matches don't reflect his knowledge. Also, poor guy went against Chandru once, and against Chandru twice, and against Chandru the third time. It's like half of his matches. So I don't know if the record really reflects that much, but I understand. But look at all of the Star Wars players and their records. So,
but I mean, look at how he played against Alex Damon, right? He was cocky. He thought he knew everything, and then he got crushed. So
yeah, but his attitude changed. Don't tell me you can see it. Like I think
no. I'm not saying he's definitely with the right manager right now.
Yeah.
Because she knows how to get him to focus and not be such a cocky bastard and say, okay, I'm gonna focus on this. And so
yeah,
Matt, you had something to say?
I didn't say anything on this match yet. So first, I think that this match showed that you, as someone put in the group, and I saw that most of the people think that they should look at that benefit of the doubt rule, because you can give it once, but 2 times, come on. Well, okay, I didn't agree with it, but okay. I was really impressed with Parker. I know that people don't talk that much how Parker did.
he was amazing.
Parker did perfect, literally perfect. He didn't. I think he didn't miss a question. Right, he didn't miss any questions in that match. I do think that him, Mike, and Mara, and we will see how Chandra will play when he gets his shot or something, are right now the scariest people in IG.
And Chance.
Well, I do think that Chance will be scary, but I think that Chance attention will be split, because I think that Chance now has a chance at singles, and he will maybe.
Pardon?
Yeah. The word
sure, if Grace allows it.
We will talk about it, but I think that he will put more time into the teams and singles.
Yeah, but I heard him talk about IG. He definitely wants to get back there, so it's not like he's not going to.
Yeah,
play,
I don't
and
think
he beat Mike,
bad.
so if you include Mike, you should maybe include him.
I understand, but I do think that when you play someone from your faction, it's a different ball game. I don't think it's the same. That's why I would really love to see Parker versus Mara, because they study together. I think that they mostly know the same things. It's just that recall. Who will get to it first, right? I think it's a different story when you play your faction mate in the match. To be honest, especially in inner geekdom, who is study heavy division. To be honest, and it was awesome match. And when it comes to Hannah, I saw that you talked with Ben about it, and Ben you with Teresa. Well, I will say this, and Bateman talked about it. I think that Hannah is a player who studies a lot. but he doesn't have a basic knowledge of everything. He wasn't a fan of every geekdom in inner geekdom. So he can just I don't know stuff because he knows it. He knows it from some categories, but those players, as Bateman said, will get to its maximum before than players who are truly the fans and living that stuff. Because
Yeah.
you can get with studying to a certain point, but if you don't know some stuff, you don't know some stuff. And I know he's a fan of some geekdoms, but because Bateman talked about it, about Hannah on backstage multiple times, that he went to the inner geekdom because he wanted to be great, and he thought that studying inner geekdom would be the easiest. And well, if you have a player like Mara and Mike who lived inner geekdom their whole life, it's hard to beat them with only studying. Sorry, it could happen, but it's hard.
Yeah, I just don't think there's ever like there's 300 movies, dude. Nobody's fan of all of them. Like mostly they like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and maybe MCU, but like there's so many movies, and I know a lot of inner geekdom players hates a lot of these categories. It's mostly about studying. You have all of your movies that you can watch, and it's mostly about studying. It's not like Star Wars. I think like if it's of course you have to love those movies, and I think Hannah loves like a lot of the stuff that's in inner geekdom. I think I don't really agree, but maybe you're right. Like if Bateman, I never heard Bateman talk about it, but if he said it, he used to work with Hannah a lot. Yeah.
He said last season about he talked about.
He also is very spicy sometimes on backstage, and I don't know what's like his character and what's not. I also heard him talk very like highly of Hannah sometimes, so I don't. It's hard to say.
And to be frank, I don't know. It won't happen because Hannah lost now. But I would, for example, like to see Hannah versus Sol in the tournament again, because that match will show to me if Hannah got it or not. Because if he cannot beat Sol right now, I know that Sol studied really hard, but if he cannot beat Sol again, well, then I think that, as Thomas said, that teams is maybe his best shot.
I don't actually, I don't really like Sol for him, because then he would have like 6 matches, all of them the same people. Like I know that inner geekdom is a shallow pool for picking players, but it's not that shallow. Let him play other people. Like all of the other people play other people. So maybe
who would you
give
have
him
play there?
one
Like
more
Thomas
match.
Humphrey or what?
I don't. Thomas what?
He cannot. No, he cannot play Humphrey. They have 2 different of her records.
No, I don't actually know. He just lost, so it's going to take a while, and maybe it will be in the tournament, and I don't know. I just think like maybe give him another different match before playing. And he now played Parker, and he didn't play Parker before, but the talk of the whole last year was about his match potentially with Parker. So I just would like to see him against someone else, and then maybe Sol again. But that could like decide how good he is. I just want to say in the chat, Thomas referred to the Ultimate Schmoedown show a few times, that we should watch it. So I'm gonna check it out this week. Thank you for the recommendation. And he also said that he thinks teams might be better for Hannah than singles. So I agree. Yes. I just wanted to say yes, Parker is amazing. I think Dungeon has the best inner geekdom. I think like Corruption and Swag and are so close, but I think Dungeon has the heaviest weapons in inner geekdom. He's just amazing. Like he's so good at this, and I thought the new categories might trip him up, but didn't happen at all. So that's great. I just think like I wouldn't condemn Brendan Hanna forever just yet. I think he might improve even more. I think that's it for this match.
We should move on.
Yes, and the next match is the one that It's Outsiders versus Lightning Time, and Ben will talk about it first because he is the happiest about this. So Ben.
Shame. Teresa was really sad that the day
Yeah,
after.
but I'm happy for Liz. I voted for her for Player of the Week. I'm just sad for
I
Dan.
know. Yeah, I know.
So
Look,
go on. How much you love her and
yeah. She is my favorite player. Yeah, Thomas, he probably would have to, but I think he would win. I do think he would win. Look,
he might.
I think I know you were upset because now Ben has a 2-0 record for the year, but we'll see him again. Don't worry, we will see him again.
But probably not for this half of the year. That's what I'm sad about.
Yeah, but like this half
Go
of
on,
the year
you
is
don't-
now set for like
Yeah, but
so much stuff is
just be
happening.
happy.
Anyway,
It's okay. It's okay. I will
okay.
talk about my grievances later.
Like I said before, Liz carried the team in the second round. Yes, she missed 2 in the first round, but everyone else missed one of those as well, including Ethan Owen. So, and it was a tight match, and it was won by 1 point. Had I know Ben said that if he'd gone down one in that first Jurassic Park question, he probably would have gotten it wrong anyway. And
he didn't know
personally,
the answer.
no, and I think, like he said, had he gotten that other one right, maybe it would have been better. But it would have gone to sudden death, and then luck has that factor. But watching how Liz kind of calculated the answer, you saw how Ethan kind of said, okay, it's one of these, and then Liz kind of said, no, it has to be this, and then turned out it's right. So I love that. He's my favorite of all. She's my favorite. It's my favorite team. I have them going to the finals against, and I know this is going to be controversial, Deception, but yes, we'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thomas asked who is the Player of the Week. Just to close this topic, I just looked through the Facebook group. I had no idea. This is crazy. Okay, so
JT.
okay,
is
I
the
don't like
player of
this
the
at
week in the
all. I
Facebook
wouldn't
group,
mind
yeah.
if Kalinowski just run away with it, but him being so down, that's crazy. For me, it's Liz, but Kalinowski would be a close second. And Matt is Kalinowski, Ben is Liz, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Matt, what do you think about this match?
I will be
went it
quick.
happy because we predicted badly.
Yeah, I was happy because I said that to Ben.
Yeah,
I went because when I
suspect.
go, most of the time when I go with my heart, I lose. So I went with my brain of studying because I know how much Ben and Paul studied, and then I lose again. And I should have gone with my heart. I'm very happy because Sam needed those points, really needed them.
Yeah.
So I am happy. I cannot say that I'm not happy because don't forget, Liz also lost her match in singles, and I know it was in the mini tournament, so she will be probably back sooner than Ben, maybe. But I'm happy I will see Liz more because I like Liz and I like Ethan also. I don't have much to say about it except this thing shows how important it is that teams have chemistry, because I don't think that Ethan would let someone he doesn't know that good to tell him he's wrong.
I think he might have. I don't think anyone else would be confident enough to do it against Ethan.
Yeah, that too also, but it's a two-way street, I think. And I think that shows that as much as it is important that you study and know your stuff, that much is important also that you can do it and talk and know everything about your partner. And that's awesome that they have that. because it's. I think that it's hard. I don't think that any other team, except maybe JT and Roca, who had their rivalries and know because of that each other so much, but I will still put that Ethan and Liz has the best chemistry probably of all the teams right now, because I know that Adam and Marisol know each other, but it's probably mostly online because they are from the leagues and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Ben and Dan know each other, but let's be honest, that's the biggest question mark how Ben and Dan will work, and they both say it's business when they talk about it. And Janine and Jacoby are probably met each other this year or some other time, but it's not that close. So I think that this team is even more scary for their chemistry than for their knowledge. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say. It was an excellent match, closed match. Both teams did good, so I cannot say anything bad about the outsiders. And some that Liz and Ethan played so good that I don't know, that they were so run away with it. It was, to be honest, it was lucky that they knew that Liz could manage to pursue Ethan to go with her. Got with her,
Yeah.
and it was awesome match. That's it. I'm done.
Okay, so my thoughts about that match is, of course, I'm sad. Leo already said it in the chat, but Paul Preston is 0-5 in teams, and that's terrible because he's an amazing player. And this just sucks because we love Paul Preston and we love Adam Witt, and their records just don't show their knowledge at all. And on top of that, there are such entertainers.
No,
and
this is more crazy.
But Paul
No,
won.
Paul did.
It's
Yeah,
underneath
so-
in the chat. Paul is 4-3 in the singles. So it's but they lost a lot. Like if you tally their losses, it's a lot. I don't think it reflects at all. And also for Ben, like losing 2 times in 2 weeks in 2 close matches when he even wasn't supposed to play against JTE. It was just someone ducking, and then he took it, and then he went against like 2. Like it's a bulldozer, and they did so well. I also know Leo had a point about them, like outsiders missing something, and I think there were a few points where they could gain that 1 point and would at least go to sudden death. They both said they were thinking about the sequel in that one round when all of them missed. Especially Ben, after having the Princess Diaries 1, Princess Diaries 2, I would think maybe he would take the risk, but I understand like not doing it. He was pretty down on himself, and I don't like it. Like this is not a good start of the season, but he had 2 amazing matches. But like if it doesn't translate into your wins and losses, it always sucks. And I wanted to see more of him this week, and I jinxed this year. I jinxed it. I talked about it a lot, and we probably won't see him for a few months. And I'm really sad. And I watched Marble Racing and Bandit Brigade yesterday till 5 a.m. here because I just needed his presence and his good mood. So that helped. Thank you, Ben. I also won.
The only good thing I see now is that Ben is now probably will have time to be in Inner Geekdom.
Yeah, but he's not the primary Inner Geekdom player is Sol, and he said that if there's a one-person match, if there's a one-person IG match, Sol is going in. So we don't even know if, like, we don't know. Will it be 8-person IG tournament first? Maybe it will, and then we won't see Ben like at all. So, so this just sucks for me personally because I think if you play 2 good matches like back to back, that's not like but at least we will see more of Paul. He won his match. So
look, I'm going to be honest with you here.
He's playing
I
JT
think
next.
Yeah, I think that just like in singles, we've had this mini tournament, and in singles, we had that mini tournament. We'll have a mini tournament in teams as well, and it's like Bateman said, this tournament kind of sucks because every team that loses is going to have a 0-1 record, except for maybe Deception. So there'll be an awesome team, as we saw with Ben and Paul, but they'll have lost because they went against someone that just did better on the night, or that knows more. So
Yes,
I
it's
think
possible.
we'll
It's
see we'll
possible. There's
definitely see a
just
mini tournament in teams, and I
yes.
think we'll see them come back in that tournament, because I think
It's okay. I just
Christian
want to be
and
upset for a while.
Yeah.
Let me be
Just to
upset
say,
yeah,
for
I
a
know,
while.
I'm trying to cheer up, and I'm trying to say
I
that
know,
Christian was
but
really
I don't
really
want it. I want
impressed.
to be upset.
yeah, I
Christian
will
was really
just
really
say,
impressed by Ben and Paul.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sure. I think
But I will just say one thing, and this I must say. The problem with this is, as you said, they will have 0-1 record now. And
yeah,
the thing is, when it comes to the second tournament, we must know this. The team of Swag doesn't have their A team in the tournament. Quirky Mercs doesn't have their A team in the tournament. Those are all their B teams. Uh,
yeah,
Ben and Paul, outsiders, are Dan's first and best team. And the thing is, in the next tournament, they probably will play against all the other A teams from the other factions, and they will probably be put with the worst or second worst matchup, so second best or the best team from the record, because of their record. Because
yeah,
when you do the rankings,
like they were
you do
now.
yeah you well yeah. I think that, to be honest, I think that deception and Rushmore, because of the accolades together of
And
those
Danger
two teams.
Zone.
No, I
yeah,
really think that
Danger Zone
Rushmore.
has good seating. Like
Yeah, yeah.
those two teams got bad seating because like they don't have any record in list. There's
Yeah, I
only
understand.
one champion winner in that
Yeah.
four. So and
Well,
they're rookie teams. Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted to say. That's not it. That's not it.
Okay.
But I'm very happy for Liz and Ethan. That's what I wanted to say. That I'm very happy for them. They played so well, and I just think both of these teams can vie for a championship. I think they were evenly matched.
Yeah.
Like as almost as like in the first round, you could see it when one team missed one, the second team missed one. When one team missed two, the second team missed two. It was like a perfect match, and
yeah.
just 1 point separating us from sudden death. I'm so sorry that didn't happen, because it would make this match even more cool. But what's crazy scary about Ethan and Liz is Ethan knows almost everything, right? We can all agree on that. Ethan knows almost everything about movies. He's one of the most knowledgeable people. I think there's a few things that he doesn't know. We could see in like his match with Guy last year, that there are categories he's not as strong in. I think those few things Liz knows so well. So they had no holes in their knowledge. I think there's nothing. Like you saw how great outsiders play, and it still wasn't enough. I don't think this team will have ever like under 30 points. It's just like dance, Liz, really? That's like one of the most scary categories under the wheel for most people. So I just wanted to say I'm happy for both teams. I hope they both will get recognized, and we'll see more of them this year, because they were amazing. This was match of the week for me.
Yeah, the only hole I can see maybe is some of the inner geekdom categories.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think they're smart. I think they will do their research when they need to. So yeah, but definitely there are possibilities. But I think even in those, there will still be like mostly know the stuff. You know, maybe you can get like one
because the
from
questions
them.
are easier. So
Sorry.
Yeah, but you can. I think this is one of the best matches I think we saw this year. So and let's get to the to the roll your eyes Rushmore versus press room. So yeah, two of the best teams players going against one rookie who impressed us really much. Like I think we didn't expect much from Horowitz, and he surprised, and he was amazing. And Perry, who just had tough luck in this match. It just first round didn't go her way. It ended in TKO, right? So more TKOs for Finstock Exchange. I can't imagine like how unbearable Finstock must be right now. That's like I stopped counting. I think it's like a 6 or I don't know how many, but
They
it's
have
not.
the best record, not points, but best
I know,
record in
and
the
you
league
say
right
it
now.
every week.
Yeah,
So continue. Do your Finstock Exchange is the
yeah,
best
yeah.
tirade. You can go.
As I said, people can say whatever they want, but they are the underdog team this year, and I like to.
Oh, yeah.
I really like to root for the underdog. So I didn't, to be honest, root for Finstock Exchange last year because they were so stacked. I rooted for the swag because I think that no one expected much from swag last year. To be honest,
Yeah.
I didn't, and wanted them to do good, and I was so happy when they did. And yeah, JT showed again because he is the best player from all the players who played in the teams. He's the player who scored the most points.
Yeah.
To be honest, and he shown that he really knows his stuff. Because not as much as Liz did for Ethan, but he did carry that team in the second round, especially because we can see it now. He knew most of the questions. Yeah, and yeah, Harris did pretty good, and JT did show that he is, as he always said, as good and very scary in teams as Jeff, because he's that's his point. I'm really good. I can do this. And now, to be honest, I don't know who will I pick when Roca and JT play Liz and Ethan. I do also again think that Ethan is the best and most knowledgeable player on the table. I will say
Yeah.
this, that I think that Ethan is the uh, let's say just person with the most knowledge on the table. But Roca did beat Liz this year, and Roca did go with on a sudden death with Ethan also last year.
Yeah.
And JT, in my opinion, what he showed me this year is playing at least on the same level as Roca and Liz. So this is going to be
Yeah.
an awesome match. I cannot wait for it. I do think that I have a hot take also. Whoever wins that match will probably be the number one contender in the number one contender match against.
I don't think that's a hot take. I
Against
think a lot of people have lightning time, so that's one
I
of the
think that a lot of
possibilities.
people have danger zone. I think that that's the. To be honest, I
Mm.
think that that's the.
I think everyone's saying danger zone, danger zone, danger zone.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah, I'm
opinion.
just saying it because none of you says it, and like someone needs to say it in our group. Like
Yeah,
if you three just go on about Rushmore and lightning time, someone has to at least
yeah,
say danger zone
and
until we see them play.
I just think that
Mm.
it's really good, and that's it. They played
I
awesome.
was,
That they did good. JT showed that he's really good again. And
yeah.
sorry, he did show. And I see that someone wrote in the group because someone wrote that Ben did awesome, and someone was really mean, and I actually defended Ben. And someone wrote, well, JT is still better than Ben because he did better than Ben in teams.
Yeah,
And that was really mean.
that's
That's
just
mean.
ridiculous
I
because
just want
they
to
don't
say,
have the same questions in the
yeah,
matches, guys. Do
yeah, I
you get
understand.
it? That GT went perfect doesn't mean anything. Ben could have
Yeah,
gone perfect in
of
that
course.
match. You don't
I
know, and
said
GT
that.
could miss in best Ben's
Yeah,
match. That's just
yeah,
I
and
just want.
I just want to say
Ah.
to people, don't be mean. Don't be mean in the group
And
from
stop
players.
doubting the
Yeah.
outsiders. Didn't disprove that they like what are you
It's
doing?
so
Like ah. I really hope like they go at it again, Ben and JTE, and he's going to beat him. I want this to be a feud.
Mm.
We have a lot of them in the Schmoedown, but I want this to be a feud because just no.
Yeah.
Ben, you wanted to say something before I started to get frustrated and angry.
Yeah. Look, for me, I get it. JTE went perfect. He got all his questions right, but he did get basically spinner's choice again. So I think if that had landed on spinner's choice, that's probably what he would have chosen. So to be honest with you, seeing that, I get it. He's done well, and he is amazing. I'll admit it. He is a good player. I'll finally admit it, Matt. But
Yeah,
I just don't
he
see
is.
him at the same level as say Schneider or a Murrow. Even though he beat Schneider, I think that was years ago, and Schneider has improved and even showed up some of his weaknesses.
Yeah,
So to be honest with you, I think Schneider would do well. Look, Perry didn't do so well. There was one thing that I wanted to say, which was going back to Leah Logan's comment about Horowitz doing well.
yeah.
I will say
We were
this:
scared. He was good.
The quirky Mercs have done better at training their rookies than everybody except for Finstock, because I think
And corruption.
you look at.
They have
I mean,
Blunden.
yeah, but I mean, Blunden is basically uh
Yeah,
he
okay.
knows the game. So I mean, you look at how
Oh,
Flickpick did
I'll be right
compared to
back.
the way Horowitz did, and I think watching Horowitz compared to Flickpick, you could see that Horowitz studied the game and he knows the game. He even said to Perry, "Let's go multiple choice. Uh, if you think we should go, if you think you can do well in the three, or something like that." So he knows the game, and it seems like the Quickie Mercs are at least training their rookies more so than a lot of the other people in the league. I guess Den can also be up there, showing from how Peggy um, and just lost it. So yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. I have a little situation here. I hopefully won't have to deal with it, but you might hear some sounds. Yeah, someone is trying to ring someone here, and it already happened once, and there was police and everything. But I hope it won't go that far this today. So let's hope it's going to be okay. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Not going too deep into it. I just wanted to. Yeah, I didn't talk about the match yet. What I wanted to say to Matt's point, I think completely different question than in Liz's and Ethan's match. I don't think you can compare, and they didn't answer any question in their third round. So, like right now,
Yeah.
I even might bet for like if outsiders and Rushmore went against each other, I might go for outsiders again because I haven't seen their full potential yet, Rushmore.
Yeah.
But great match. They did amazing. They talked a lot, like a lot. Rocco was wow. He was going in that interview after, but they played as well as we expected for two former teams champions and two of the best players in the team's league. And I actually have JT and Snyder pretty close for me. I just don't have Snyder at Dan's level in singles. I have him at Dan's
Yeah.
level in teams. I don't have him at Dan's level at singles. And same goes for JTE for me. But I think they both excellent teams. So that's great. And it was to be expected. I'm a little sad about the TKO. I didn't want that for Mercs,
Yeah.
but they played great and good for them. Good for Finstock Exchange. Everything is
Yeah.
happening well for them right now. And we know that Finstock likes to be the underdog. He thrives in that. So I think it's working really well for him, and just good job to Craig the Barbarian, who is the leader of the Finstock Exchange. And I also want to say, like, this happens, Perry. You got out of it in the second round. You really tried
Yeah.
to make up for it, and it happens. And Josh Horowitz, what a surprise for me. Like, I thought he's one of the, like, a little celebrity maybe players who we have to bring more attention, and I didn't know how well he would like orient in the game, and he was very good. He asked for JTEs, and he was like, you could see he watched a lot of this game. So this made me really excited for him and for his match with Paul Walterhauser. I think that could be a really interesting match, and I'm even more excited after seeing Josh play, and I hope we will see him again. He played really well. So yeah, do you guys have anything more to say to this match?
Well,
Nope.
I just say that I said that, and I did expect that Hollis will do better than Perry. Sorry to Perry fans, but I did expect him to do better than Perry, because I assume that if you are a interviewer and one of the best, you also have to have one of the best knowledge, because you do a lot and cover a lot of movies, and he is one of the most known interviewers in the space. And
but it's her job too. So I think it depends.
Yeah.
I think maybe if they got different questions, something, she's more like, she probably has a lot of strengths, but this just wasn't going her way. And but I'm glad that it didn't. It seems like it could be a
Yes,
KO
I
for a
agree,
while,
Thomas.
and I'm glad that didn't happen.
I agree, Thomas.
Yeah. And he is a captain. They are just all pretending. They are just trying to. He's all the.
no,
Everything.
I really do think that he's a trainer and he's the main guy, but the captain who makes the decision is Roca. I really do think that Roca is the captain, but you know, in the sport club, you have a manager who trains, who manage everyone, and then you have trainers who do the training with players, and everyone knows the manager, and manager is Roca, but trainer is Barbarian.
Yes, and Barbarian is just. It's okay that you have like this naive.
No,
like,
I'm sure. No. I will just. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that the player who is the most
involved.
In your opinion, to be honest, to blame for Finstock Exchange's success is Barbarian. Yeah, Barbarian. Yes. It is. He is, and it's unfortunately it shows on his matches, because he puts so much work into others that in his matches he doesn't do that well, unfortunately.
Yeah, he played one match this year. He played one match.
Yeah, but I expected, to be honest, from Barbarian more in the free for all as well.
Okay, but he. Oh,
sure.
Okay.
Anyway, Teresa, do you want to give us a summary of?
Okay, I just want to say Barbarian is amazing and he plays amazing. And if you give him a chance in singles and teams, you draft him, you sign him, you should give him a chance to play. I'm just going to say it. I think, and he's primarily singles and teams players. He took upon IG because they didn't have IG players last year. So just okay. And before we get to the FCL, I just had 2 notes and I forgot to say them. To Brendan Hanna, smudge your writing a little. Just, if you did a little bit, it's too nice, it's too neat. And if you did a little bit like, if it would be a little more terrible, nobody could tell the difference between those 2 things. And I just wanted to say that I like that Alex Damon is getting more sassy with Roxy. I think it suits him, and I love his like emotional support belts. Like he has normal belts, but with Star Wars characters. I just really.
I'll speak about that when we get to it in the predictions. But yeah.
Okay. So FCL, something really weird happened in the FCL, and I didn't expect it, even though I saw the posters. So we had the first match. First, Flaus was making fun of Alex. I think that's important to say, of Alex Damon, because he took him out. Yeah, that's the first scene before the match. And then we have Kaylin She's a former Scream Queen. She used to be a partner with Haley Fauch, and she played James Schmoe. And interesting match. James was doing better in the first round. He had 7 points. She had 6. He then spun musicians in film, which I really like that category. So I just wanted to mention it because I think it's a fun category in the FCL, and went perfect. And then Kaylee spun horror, which to no one's surprise, she stayed on it and went perfect. And in the end, she was able to take this match in her third round, and it was amazing. I really like her, and I liked her in the Schmoedown. I hope maybe she will join again. She said she watched a lot of movies last year, that she watched most that she ever watched. So maybe she will get back to regular Schmoedown soon. And then something weird happened, and James played again in the second match, which I like. I don't know if I just misread the posters, or if, maybe yeah. So he played in 2 back-to-back matches. He said that he's primary Star Wars and IG player. So like for him being Star Wars and IG player, I think he played really well in his first match, but he played even better in his second match. He played against Sunny. He went perfect in first round. Sunny got 5. James got coming of age, was perfect. Sunny, opponent's choice. Schmoe picked Star Wars for him, and he went perfect. So it made the game interesting. But in the end, James won that match, and he didn't have to answer his 5-pointer. So in one day, he lost and won a match. That's cool. That never happened in Schmoedown.
500 player.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I want... James Schmoe really possessed his voodoo. Yeah, he's creepy. But I like it. Like, we like creepy people here. I just wanted to say there were some announcements. So we already know that there will be a Star Wars match next week. There will be 2 Star Wars matches, only Star Wars next week. And Adam Gertler is coming back. I don't know if you remember him. He was on DC Movie News with Mike. And I actually really liked him. I think he got few perfect rounds. And I was
he
sad
the silent assassin?
Yes.
Okay.
And I thought in some of their games he did so well. So I'm excited to see him, but was surprised that he picked Star Wars. And also they announced that June 14th, the first FCL Championship match. It will be a special mega stream, Brett said. He didn't give us more on that, but he already has a... Yeah, she's still Scream Queen. Yeah. But he already has like the design of the belt and so on. So that's exciting. And the last scene was Brett calling, now we know that it's probably someone who represents the Flirts and Flaws, and talking about how he pulled strings to get Flaws in the free-for-all. And it was one of his like one of the things he wanted to play in the FCL. And they are negotiating now, so we will see. It seems like Flaus wants a lot from the FCL, and I don't know if Brett is like able to give it. So we'll see. So that's the FCL for now, but I'm really excited for the Star Wars next week.
It's gonna be amazing. I'll probably watch it this week then.
Yeah, and do you want to guys, Adam Gertler?
Shame. Poor Thomas is not being represented properly.
Yeah, poor Thomas. It sucks, Thomas. Guys, do we want to go to the prediction now, or do we want to talk about the path to the belt?
Predictions.
Okay. Predictions, yeah. Just give me a sec. I wanna put this up for a reason, because we are going to show the results of the match and how we did. So just to let you guys know.
Yes.
Damn.
Okay.
I would gain 1
Spoilers.
point on
Another
Liam.
perfect round for Mr. Ben.
Yes! Perfect round! Perfect round!
You still didn't catch up to me, Ben.
I know, but perfect round!
But you're
Perfect
getting
round!
there. You are
Yeah,
getting there.
he's close.
And the
Yeah.
most
It's a 1
important
point.
thing is that this week I'm still the queen and Liam is still like, even though it wouldn't be that bad this week because he's not here, you know, but I'm scared, guys. It's getting closer and I'm scared. I don't want to live through it again. I don't think anyone wants to. So let's hope it doesn't happen next week. But yeah. We are going to our predictions. As you know, we are running very competitive prediction league. We are kind of obsessed with it. I don't know why. I know why. I'm insanely competitive
Because it's
person.
awesome.
You don't want to play games with me. Like, I need to win everything. So yes.
I can
And the
just imagine you playing Monopoly, you like throw the board at everyone when you
dude.
lose.
Oh no. Yes. Definitely happened at least once. Okay, so the first match of next week is Zach Burkett versus Adam Witt. Do you guys have your predictions ready?
Before we go,
I have.
okay,
I didn't write it. I will say it. I will
let's
say
say
it today.
after the thing, I want to know who you guys think will be the ultimate victor of the Star Wars tournament
Oh, come on!
after we've done our picks.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I will. I can
Okay.
tell you after
Can
the
we-
first round.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going with Harper.
I'm going with
But I'm picking
wait.
Zach.
I'm picking Zach.
Burkett for me as well.
Everyone
And
is
Liam
Zach.
picked
Burkett.
Adam Witt.
Oh yes,
Really?
I can gain on him one.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought more people would pick Witt. What are you doing, guys? I was like obsessing over this the whole week.
Are you
because-
kidding me? Are you kidding me? Picking
Yes,
Witt
I
over
am.
Zach Burkett. I will tell you why I chose Zach Burkett now. He is my favorite of the Dragon Con.
Country.
He exactly, and everyone says that he could go into all the leagues, all the divisions if he wanted to.
Yeah.
So I will say that he's probably the best.
Don't
And
you want
and
to beat?
and
Don't you want Witt to win at least one match?
no.
Are you all
Yes,
just
I do. Yes, I do.
cruel?
But I will tell you this: the reason why I chose Zach Burkett is
Okay,
because
Ben,
he has
you're
a
really loud.
disability.
You're really loud.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
But go.
But- Yes, he has a disability, like myself and Matt, and I kind of like that, and I like to rep the people with disabilities, and I want to see how he will do in the tournament, and I like that he might go against Gold Leader.
Yeah. He's the first, right? He's the first disabled person to play, right?
Yeah.
To
I'm
play
not
Schmoedown.
really sure because some of the disabilities are not as visible, so I'm not
Okay.
sure. But
that
yeah.
we know of, right? That we
Yes.
know of, it is right.
Okay, so I also picked Zach because I heard a lot of good things about him. I really loved him on some of the after shows. I think he's very talented and he's such a lovely person. But I kind of want Witt to win. I'm sorry, but just because like his record is terrible. And he's going against I'm sorry, this is no disrespect to Whiteley, but couldn't he go against Whiteley? Like at least like I think he could beat Whiteley. I don't know.
Because you have to put people in the tournament as their record is. So
Okay, I understand that. It was just like a rhetorical question that I wanted to happen because I want Witt to win at least one match, and this is terrible. Like, he got this dungeon gave him this tournament because he deserves it after that match he had with Harper, and he has to go against another Dragon Con player who everyone thinks is amazing. And I know they talked about him being an IG player maybe also, and maybe even in singles and teams, and like he seems to be immensely talented. And Roxy is so like you can see Roxy is really prepared
Yeah.
for him to win. So yeah, I'm also on the Zach train. Matt.
And to be honest, well, one more thing is the scariest thing of all for me is that he has Alex. Don't forget that. So
Yeah.
him and Alex know each other really good, and they are studying probably together. I know that Wit has all the people in the dungeon
Yeah,
who studying
Molly
with
and
him.
Howie and
Yeah,
Mara
yeah,
and
but
Parker studies with them.
yeah,
Seems all of the time.
I understand that also, but Zach and Alex know each other. Zach also won DragonCon 2 times, I think, like Luke, like Thomas.
I think only
Like
Thomas won
oh,
2 times.
only Thomas. Okay,
I'm not
but
sure, but I think only Thomas won, and everyone else has won.
Yeah, and yeah, not every single one of DragonCon players lost his first or her first match, and I don't think it will happen with Wit.
Yeah, I don't know if we showed the comments in the chat. Leo said Zach, Thomas said Wit. I understand both points. Yeah, I really don't want Wit's record in Star Wars to be 0-4. That sucks, and it doesn't reflect his ability at all. I don't think his career would be over, but it's not. Yeah. Especially if you have so many Star Wars players on your faction, he probably wouldn't play the rest of this year in Star Wars, at least. But also, yeah, also Burkett seems amazing. So I think it will be a very tight match. I don't know if we want to go to our another prediction when Ben is not here.
Well, I don't know.
What's the?
I think that we should wait for Ben.
Yeah. So
to come back.
We can just talk about it a little. I think we probably all have the same pick in the second match. It's Deception versus Blackjack.
Yeah, I think
And I think probably everyone is picking Deception.
Yeah, I do.
Especially
so
Ben. So I think we
and-
should talk about it and then let Ben go last. He lost Deception. Yeah, so Liam also picks Deception. We all pick Deception if you pick Deception.
It's easy for me. Sorry, Janine.
Oh, wait. Thomas said that in the end he picks Zach. Okay, okay.
So I'll say this. Sorry, Janine. I just think that Deception is better because I do think that Jacoby is on the same level as Adam, but I do think also that Marisol is a little better than Janine, and you now know who I'm picking when that match happens. But that's why I'm picking Deception. I wasn't sure until I saw Marisol play on Saturday for us, and that's why I'm picking Deception. That's it. I really don't have any other reason because I think that Marisol can do for Adam what he cannot do for himself, and that be more comfortable with that hardest pull in the 5-pointers and stuff like that. So I just think Deception will be awesome this year again. So
yeah. So Leo and Thomas picking Deception as well. So we are 6 for 6 for Deception. I'm not really that surprised. I don't think this reflects how close I think this match will be. Like normally it's like 50-50. We just have more information about Deception, and Blackjack is a completely new team, so that's more disadvantage for them. But I think Blackjack could be a really good team. Jacoby Bancroft was amazing. I think Janine played great in her first match this year, was good in free for all. But yeah, they are going against a team that is proven that has the most matches played too. That's crazy. But Adam and Marisol, they just have great chemistry and they are great together and they are great players, and we saw them play more times. So that's it. But I really think that Blackjack could sneak up a victory if things go their way. Ben, we just started talking about the second match because we know you picked Deception. Yeah, we all picked Deception, including Thomas and Leo. And we did argue our points. So why Deception, Ben?
I would just say because they have such a team chemistry, and because I think sorry, my mind's elsewhere now. Yeah, because they have such great team chemistry, and because they Marisol carried Adam through 2 matches, or kind of carried him through 2 matches, and I think Adam can do better. If they can hit their 5, they'll do really, really well.
Yeah. So let's just go to the second match. I think we all agree on Deception. I think we all agree that Jack Black could be sneaky good, right? That like Jacoby is amazing and Janine played well this year, so they could be sneaky good. They could sneak up there, but we think Deception has the better chance to win. And the next match, which I think we are all going the same way again, even though Winston made a really compelling case on backstage, on SEN on Friday, he talked a lot about Jonathan Harris and Eric Zipper and how people should not sleep on them. That it won't be an easy win for Danger Zone, but I think there's not much to talk about. Do you all have your picks?
Yeah, I'm same as you.
Yeah, Danger Zone.
I don't even know what I'm gonna ask, but I'm the same. So
yeah, Danger Zone. I do think like Winston convinced me a little because I know what he can do with players like that we don't expect to perform so well. He showed last year multiple times, and I think he's the one who groomed Liz to be this good for Sam. I think he's the one who shined a light on her and like really showed her how factions could work and how studying can benefit you and how to be more confident. I think he really helped her, and I think this translated to this year. So I do have a lot of confidence in Winston. It's just really hard for his second team to go against one we expect to be one of the most dominant teams in the whole league. What about you guys? Do you have something to add to this?
the thing is for me this, and this is what I think. I thought about it, and I do think that Swag's team is going to be good, and I think it will be a competitive match. I don't think it will be a TKO.
Or if it will be maybe the way Friday was a TKO,
but
like it was still competitive.
I was just looking at it and said, even if the Danger Zone got opponent's choice, what do you give him? What do you give him? What to give him? Bateman is good at movie release dates. Ben
Oscars those are two categories.
Dan is decent in movie release days. So
in Inner Geekdom.
Dan know his stuff's okay. Maybe movie quotes. And you must put that on the wheel, especially for them if they got opponent's choice.
Yeah, and then you could spin it and be screwed. So is it worth it?
That's the thing with the Liz and Ethan and with the Danger Zone. I really don't know what to give them if they got the opponent's choice. Maybe 70s or 80s, some broad categories so they can get anything. I would go with the broad category, maybe sports movies that can be historically hard, but what to give those two? They're both pretty good, and they do have different knowledges. That's the scary thing.
And they both have a lot of specialties, like the Inner Geekdom, and we know there are some categories that Dan is excellent in, like Star Trek. Like he isn't playing it, but there are some stuff that he's already very good in. So it's just it's gonna be hard.
That's why, because I don't see the. Sorry, I don't. Maybe if Harris and Zip got their 5 and Dan and Ben doesn't. That's the only way and only possible way that I can see Danger Zone losing, because I don't see any other scenario when they lose that match. Sorry.
Yeah.
It could happen. Dan did have bad games. Ben did have bad games, really bad games, and yeah.
Yeah, Zipper is also an IG player. That's true, Thomas. That's true.
I don't think that Danger Zone will screw the team with the IG category. But if they got the opponent's choice, what that team can give them? What to give them?
But it's true. Like, and I think Eric Zipper is also one of the. I would compare him to Video Drew, in like him improving every year, and you can see how much he studies and how much he wants it. So like, I never know. Maybe his level will increase again of knowledge. Ben, do you have something to add to this?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, and then we don't know what the undercard is for the Friday's match.
We do. It was announced.
Oh
yeah, it's they said it's going to be Peggy Gubbins versus Rick Raditz.
Yes, yeah, they announced it on Friday. Okay, you guys confused me. I thought it was announced, and then you were talking about it in our group, and I was like, okay, so it wasn't announced. Yeah, it's Peggy Gubbins.
I didn't know about it. Wait, I didn't know about this.
Okay, so we can do the overcard. It's probably not called that, but first, I think you all know your decisions, and then we can go to the Peggy Gubbins Rick Raditz match.
I didn't know about it. Sorry, guys. So
it's okay. It was in the pay-per-view.
Oh my god!
It was in the pay-per-view, I think, and I knew about it, and then you made me forget. It's your fault. No, I'm kidding. So Damon v. Dimalanta 2, 51-50. Can we go into the 60s? The sequel. Do you have your picks?
Yeah, I picked this one.
Yeah, to everyone's.
I don't know what
expectations.
Liam picked,
I will.
But I'm the same as you. I
think
that
you picked Dimalanta.
Liam went with Damon.
Yeah, you picked Dimalanta.
Yeah.
Why? You don't. What?
Well, it's a two-part answer. I thought that Liam could pick Alex, and I wanted to gain some points if Dimalanta wins, because I want to catch him. And the second is I was really impressed with Dimalanta's post-match interview when he said it's celebration today, but tomorrow is hard work again. So that's when I see, okay, he knows the target is on his back now. He's not satisfied with just winning the title, and that's why I just think that Alex knows. I think that Alex knows more than Dimalanta, but I think that Alex isn't so hungry anymore as much as Dimalanta, to be honest. I'm going for Dimalanta's hunger. That's why.
Okay, and Ben, go for it.
As I said, it's a hard pick for me this time. I'm always going to go with my hard picks. So for me, this is the pick that I would go for if I was to. Also, the thing that I think is we haven't seen a defense yet, right? So a defense of a title. This would be 8 points for the Mercs if they defend,
and they need them so badly.
Yeah, I know that Alex has this new thing where he's not going to smile. I'd love to see him smile, but
yes, I would also.
I still think it's. I think Nikki trains him. He trains with Bibbs. He trains with everyone. He's hungry. He wants to keep that belt, and he wants to show that he has what it takes. So that's my pick.
Oh, how the tables have turned. the last time when we talked about their first match, I wasn't here, and I was the only one to pick the Malanta, and you guys really went after me. I don't mean Ben. Ben was okay. Ben's always nice, but you guys really went after me. And now the only person who picked Alex Demon is Liam, and he's not here to defend himself. Liam,
You'll have to
how
defend it
could
in
you
the
pick
comments like
Alex?
you did.
Are you crazy? Like, what the hell? You know, no. Okay, I totally understand. I actually expected Matt to pick Alex as well.
Mm.
I kind of think that Alex is going to win this one. But it's okay. I'm always with the Malanta. I hope he's going to win, but I don't know. There's a feeling in my head and in my tummy, and it feels like Alex might win this one. But yeah, I hope they take it even like further than in the last game, and it's just going to be an amazing show. Fans are the winners for this one, so I think both, like, there's nothing to say. Both of their knowledge is like astronomical, and it's probably like almost the same amount, and it just depends. Will they get a question that they just don't know? Something totally crazy. Is there even question like that anymore in
I
Star
know
Wars
who
for
I'm
those
picking
two
in
of
the
them?
match. In the match.
Okay, I was stalling for you.
Thank you.
So the match is Peggy Gabbins versus Rick Redis.
Yeah.
So I assume
I'm
I'm
I'll go
assuming
first.
that Liam didn't know that one. So
Didn't I tried to DM him, and he's not there now. He's probably
he's
celebrating,
partying.
so he's going to pick later. We won't tell him what our
Yeah.
picks are. I think I know who he picks.
I'm
So.
picking Peggy. So
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
okay. I'm also picking Peggy, and I think Liam will pick Peggy. Why Peggy, Matt? I think you're the one I'm most surprised that you picked Peggy.
It's simple. Peggy did better in her first match than Radis did. For me, she showed more because Fabernetti was, I think, stronger opponent than we. To be honest, sorry, her was. I think that she would beat Radis Fabernetti, and
Thomas, only one going for Rick.
yeah. So
okay.
I do know that he's studying for sure.
Yeah, he's studying with the exchange, which could be lethal. Yeah.
Yeah, but
she's studying with the den.
She let's be honest. She is she has the best story in the Schmoedown by far. And I said it when I saw the match, when I saw the promo. I didn't root for my pick. I root for her. So I wouldn't feel good if I'm 50-50 or 70-40 or anything and not picking her, because I want her to. If she play someone like Bateman or Dan, I'm not picking her. But if it's 50-50 match, I will pick her every time, because I really want her. She has the best story in the Schmoedown period. Yeah.
This is 50-50 for me. Like I said, if it's really 50-50, I'm going to pick the ladies, and it was really 50-50. And also I love her story and everything. And Rick was very funny and had a weird colored liquid in a skull, and is like, yeah, he's quirky. But I also want Dan to win more now than Finstock Exchange, because they have more points. So everything aligned for me to pick Peggy, and I hope she's going to win. So, and I hope she's going to avenge Christina, because she called for this match. Yeah. When asked who she wanted to play, she said she wanted to play Regrettas to avenge her friend from Fen League 4. So I hope she's going to avenge Christina.
And it's going to be very sad if she loses, to be honest. Very sad.
Yeah, I'm going to be so sad if she loses. Don't do this to me after last week.
Okay. No, I don't have anything else to add. You guys have pretty much covered it. Only thing I will say is I really like Peggy. I think she did much better. I think if Rick can maybe get rid of his nerves, maybe he'll do better. But it'll probably be a very competitive undercard. So yeah. Teresa, do you have a punishment for Matt, or
No,
Do
I
you want
don't,
to just
because
move
now
on to the
you were supposed to have a
yeah
punishment for
For
Liam,
Liam.
and
for
And
Liam?
we
Yeah,
said that
I
I
think
will.
we are already an hour and 30 minutes, and we
Uh,
still want to talk about
yeah. So
the
let's
path
just move
to.
on to this
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
let's do this, and then we
yeah.
will leave.
Punishment
Yeah.
will
because we don't want
make.
to be here for 2 hours. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So I think Matt and Ben, you have a lot of controversial takes. I'm gonna bring it
Yeah.
down at the end. I have a solution to all of this, and I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
So,
I have a
so
solution
Matt,
also, and
you
I think
can
it's
go
a good
first.
one. And I think it's a good one. And
okay.
Okay.
First of all, Jay made a
Then I'll
decision
yeah,
yeah.
about he was giving the power by Grace to
yeah,
decide what happens now in the like the mini tournament that is happening in singles, and uh yeah, there's a lot of decisions that we were like a little bit iffy on, so we're going to
yeah.
discuss this now, and
Uh,
then go.
Yeah, I will say this.
Okay.
I think that Liam also has a couple of hot takes as me as Ben, but
I
he's
think
not here,
all of us
unfortunately.
have hot takes on this.
Yeah,
Like you
and
cannot have them.
yeah, and I will say this. I don't really have. I think that the first number one contender path is excellent and deserving, really,
Mm.
because
Yeah, that's the one
it's
even Grace liked. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Mm. Mhm.
Oyama Ethan, winner plays a winner of Roka Bateman, and then
Mm.
the winners play each other for number one, and whoever wins that really deserves that spot as a number one contender. The problem is, as as also our president Grace said, that there is nowhere to be found. Not even Collins, not Snyder or Chance. I have a problem with the second mini tournament. Jay said, I don't say that Janine and Marisol doesn't deserve the spots they're in. I just don't think that it's not fair to not include those three in that mini tournament, because
Okay.
also most of the people is saying that Kevin Smith has an easier path. He only has to beat Stacy, who is, let's just say, real player. But people first people forget that when Paul Oyama has
Mm.
gone on his run, he has beaten most of the people he beaten was the rookies.
Yeah.
We didn't know how Liz will play. She was a rookie. We didn't
Yeah, but
know.
she had matches before. We already talked about this last week. She
Yeah,
had
yeah.
matches before. We knew she was good because
No,
she
no.
had to win few matches
Yeah, I
to get to him,
understand.
and he won few to get to her.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Like,
Okay. Let him
that's the
finish his
first.
opening argument.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
and I will say this: I have the bigger problem is for me that Chance and Collins are not in this because sorry, as you say, it's not the same, and I agree with you. It's not the same what Kevin did and some other players. Sorry, it's not the same if you beat Ice Peak or Paramo and you beat the kid. I know they have. Like not that good of the record, but it's not the same accomplishment. If you put those two players, Kid and Chance, who are really good to play each other, then reward the winner of it. Also, the biggest problem is Collins. I don't see how a 7-1 player has to wait 2 times to even get a chance to play for a number one contender. It's so not
Yeah.
fair. It's so not fair, and I think it should be if you don't want to give Chance his shot, I could hardly swallow it, but at least do winner of Marisol Janine plays Kevin Smith, and then the winner plays Adam Collins. That's fair. That's fair. It's not fair to Collins. Really not fair. I understand that Schmoedown is in the win-win situation if when they play Kevin Smith one of the two girls, because either you will have celebrity number one contender, or you have a chance to have a first singles woman singles champion. I understand that it's a win-win for Schmoedown, but it's not fair to Adam Collins. Sorry, just it's not. My solution is at least do a triple threat with Chance, Snyder, and Collins, and then the winner of that is waiting for the number one contender uh, of
Yeah.
the winner of Janine, Marisol, and Kevin Smith, whoever wins that little stuff. Because it's not fair to Adam, especially. I don't think that it's fair to Chance either. Okay, I can see
How is
Snyder
it not
because
fair to Chance? Chance is 4-4, and he's not even
yeah,
there yet.
sorry.
He's
Why
going to be in the
wait,
next one. He's going
wait,
to be in the next one.
wait. Marisol was 500 player also. She was 1-1, right?
Mm.
She was one. No, she was. What was
She
her
was
record?
2-1. 2-1.
Before she played Paramo.
I don't know. Yeah, 2-1. I don't know.
No.
1-1.
She played Ice Pick. She was 1-1. After
Yeah.
she beat Ice Pick, she was 2-1.
Yeah,
After she beat
Yeah.
Thingy, she's now
before she
3-1.
picked,
It's okay. I'm just saying there's so
okay,
many
no, I
people.
just want to
Like,
say
how
this.
do you?
No,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. She was 500 player as Chance was. Why then you didn't give Marisol, Kid and Marisol to play each other? Because it's not the same. Sorry, it's not the same if you beat Kid, and it's not the same if you beat Ice Pick. I don't see that those wins as the same. It's the same in boxing and in UFC because as Christian said, it's mix of it. It's not the same if you beat someone who was the champion or team's champion or something like that, or you beat someone who is ranked, I don't know, 8 or 10 and didn't beat anyone of notice ever. Sorry, it's not the same.
It's the same in the numbers game. I understand. Okay. Do you have anything to add to your point?
No, that's it. I just don't think it's fair.
Okay, Ben, Leo, and Thomas. I see you in the chat. I kind of agree. I'm going to get to it.
Yeah.
I think it's actually kind of fair. But yeah, go.
Look, I agree with Matt on the Collins thing. I think he should have.
Yeah, you didn't argue about Chandru
for...
this much, and Chandru at least defended that belt. But yeah, I'm going to save. Sorry,
look,
I can't.
Look,
it's bursting out.
Let me talk. Okay. Okay. The thing is, I see the point, but I think that Adam Collins should have at least had a number one contenders match. I'm sure he will. Maybe he wanted to go into the tournament to score more points for the players. Look, we don't know what they have planned. I think we have to give them the benefit of the doubt there.
Yes.
My hot take, though, is that I think after seeing the match yesterday, I think Marisol deserves it. I think watching that match, she definitely deserves to at least have a shot at the title. I will say that it will be very interesting if Kevin Smith beats Marisol in the end, because that would be interesting for the story, because last year already Dan and Smith were going against each other there on Twitter. So story-wise, I think it would be very interesting. So yeah, that would be my hot take. I think Marisol does deserve a shot, but yeah.
Just to ask you, can you just tell me, did Oyama got the number one contender when he lost to Dan?
He might have, but I don't think it was like right
no,
away.
I don't think so.
It's not. It's never happened. It's the precedent. Like there is something. Okay, you talked. Now I am talking.
Okay.
There is a precedence in this. Like if you are Alex Damon and you defend the belt and you defend it multiple times, you go right after it and you go against everybody. Yeah. If you're not Alex Damon, you are any other person, even Chandru, who defended that belt after years that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You have to wait your turn because there is something in motion already.
I agree.
And you have to get it, let it to play out, and then you have the shot. And he will have that shot. Of course, he is 7-1. He will have that shot to go against it. The other thing is, I also I am half and half in this. I don't really think this is actually how it will play out in the end. I don't know if this bracket is full. They talked about triple threat, triple, They talked about some stuff.
Grace
And I
did say
don't
that
know, maybe
that she has to talk with Jay about it.
yeah,
So
because
I
you talk
hope
you
they
talk
will.
about Chance Ellison, who is 4-4, and we have Paul Preston who is 4-3 and already and won a match this year. So he should be the one we talk about not going into this, because he has the better record and he also won his match. I think Paul and Chance are going to go against each other, and who of them wins is going to somehow get into that. Maybe there will be a triple threat. Maybe I don't know what happens. Maybe it will be Kevin versus winner of Marisol Janine versus winner of Paul and Chance, or I don't know how they will do it, and maybe they won't change it. I just, after seeing how many great matches and how well they are doing this year, and they have so many contenders for that belt, and it must be so hard to plan it, to work out somehow, and to give everyone a chance. I think they're going to do it somehow. They're going to figure it out. If anyone can, they can. So I believe in the Schmoedown team. I believe in Mrs. President. I hope she's going to stop, please give corruption more shots. They deserve it. I know you don't like them, but they're not this bad. So yeah. Yeah, I just don't like, because Matt started this with talking about Oyama, and I think Marisol kind of applies, even though she has one win. She's like really fresh in this game, so she isn't in that position where you have to just go against the heavy hitters all the time, where Snyder is now and Oyama is now. Like, they don't get to play easy matches ever anymore. People who came in this year and last year maybe sometimes have a shot to play someone they have like more potential to win, but like then we'll never play a rookie again, right? But I think I get it more with Marisol, because like you said, Oyama had a pretty easy path to his belt, but now when we look at it, not really, because he had to beat a lot of now of the best players.
I would just really love to give Marisol, because I do think that Marisol will, as Ben said, be the winner and the most deserving winner of that little tournament at the end. I would just want her to have to beat one of those as we say, proven players, because sorry, I don't see any really big proven players in this second bracket, because Janine is just getting her rise finally. We were expecting that for a couple of seasons now. Widow Drew is, as we said, not yet there, but will be probably. And Kevin Smith is Kevin Smith. I think that everyone agrees that Kevin Smith should have played at least one more match before he got to the number one contender shot.
Thomas, is it enough of an answer from Matt? I feel like it is. He talked about Marisol will be 5-1 after all of those matches. Is
and she will deserve it.
I think she will. I also but even if it goes this way in the championship match, she will have to beat Dan Merle.
Or
she will have to,
or Bateman,
or Bateman, or Oyama, or Collins, if somehow he gets to that point first. All of the people that are waiting there for her
also,
are the real test.
It could be if Oyama loses that Marisol could play in a triple threat if Oyama cashes in his shot.
Maybe
that would be interesting.
I think it will they will somehow solve it, and we will be okay with that. I think it will work out.
Just to say on your point, you said that everyone has to wait, and Collins will wait once when the first tournament will happen. But I just think that the second time you have to give him the shot.
Yeah, I just think this will be happening so close to and we don't know all the schedule for May and June. How do you know that he doesn't have a match there?
Well, I don't know, but it should be a number one contender. If he has.
Yes, and he will have a number one contenders match, but they announced a match at Spectacular, that the Spectacular, you know what I
understand. Collision.
Yeah, Collision. That's in June. I don't know. And if he doesn't get there by that point, I think his match will be the next one, and he will have a chance right after that. Chandru has been waiting for months now, and now it's Kalinowski and
after
Mara,
it is
and then
Chandru.
he will get Chandru. Yeah, and this was
So
months.
he will have to wait one title opportunity to get his number one.
At least I think he will. Yeah, I think, but singles is much more like contenders
I understand.
than IG, and Chandru defended the belt.
Yeah,
and
I understand
didn't.
that they want to do it because it won't be fun if always the same people are going for the championship. I understand it. But the boxing and UFC fan in me is just exploding.
Yeah, I understand, but like, yeah, I think they will somehow figure it out. Thomas is talking again about like the path to the belt. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I think Marisol is for sure deserving, and
yeah, she
I
is.
think if she doesn't lost you. Sorry. Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you. You were just for some
Sorry.
reason I couldn't hear you for a while. But
Yeah, that's someone called me and I'm on my phone because the show was terrible when I was doing it for my computer, so I hope it's not that terrible. Okay, so we have some trouble with this, but I think we will figure it out and they will figure it out and it's going to be okay. We just wanted to talk about it because it was a big point of this week. There were a lot of scenes and a lot of shenanigans happening and a lot of talking about this. We saw a lot of Grace and a lot of Jay, and Grace wasn't happy with Jay. We will see what happens next in this.
And she made poor Shannon swear like a sailor.
Yeah. But I think we can close the show now. Slowly. Yep. I think we discussed everything. Yeah. So please watch our show every week, Sunday, on this channel. We did few watch-alongs this week, so if you can watch them, please subscribe and comment and do all the stuff, hit the bell, blah, blah, blah. Just help us grow, please. And we are at Euro_Schmoe on Twitter, and we also post there, so find us there. And I'm at Teresa_Sky on Twitter, and find me there. Matt.
I'm at Schmoe_Matt at Twitter. I'm, to be honest, not really active at Twitter, but you can always find me in the Facebook group, commenting on something, mostly doing polls and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's it. See you next week.
Yeah, and
See you guys next week.
Ben?
Mine is at the_king_Ben. You can find me on Twitter there. Sorry, Teresa, I was just pressing that.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you for making my point. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Oh my God. Oh, poor Liam. On his birthday.
On his birthday too, yeah. But yeah, we better go before you have for 2 hours.
Yeah, I wished him.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Leo.
Yeah, I wished him in his birthday wishes so that he finally.
We didn't do the punishment.
Gets better.
Are we going or not? No. You won't say without Liam's punishment, right?
Yeah. We hope Liam will get better at predicting. I wished him happy birthday and this. So use every opportunity to be mean to other people. Okay, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Thomas and Leo. Thank you for hanging out with us, and see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.